Good day everyone, this is Dr. Mike. Welcome sa ating Health Talk by Doc Mike, both on social media platforms, Facebook, and also sa YouTube natin. So magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat, mga friends, mga viewers, mga kababayang OFWs nandito sa Hong Kong at sa buong mundo. Kumusta po kayo? Happy Wednesday sa lahat ng nanonood ngayon. And to all our subscribers, 8,000 plus subscribers, maraming salamat po. And also to our supporters, health supporters natin sa ating Facebook health page, sa Facebook natin, Health Talk by Doc Mike. Maraming salamat po. At sa mga bagong mga subscribers, mga bagong viewers natin, maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat na laging nandiyan, nanonood sa ating mga discussions at mga past episode na pinapanood din. Like for example, yung ating discussion about myoma. Hanggang ngayon po, nakaka-receive po ako ng mga questions and I see to it that I read and answer all your questions na sinesend sa akin. Last night, may kababayan tayong taga Bulacan. And this morning, may kababayan naman tayong taga Saudi Arabia ng mga nagte-text sa atin, nagme-message sa atin. Maraming salamat po. Hindi ko man po kayo mabati on air, kayong lahat na nanonood, but I'll see to it po, ako po ay nababasa ko lahat ng mga comments ninyo at ina-answer natin lahat yan. So magandang gabi po. Siguro na-miss nyo ako last night because hindi tayo live last night sa ating Facebook page. I decided na focus tayo ngayon because ang topic natin ngayon ay medyo mabigat. We will be discussing about grief, about kalungkutan. Even if kalungkutan ang pag-uusapan natin, I don't want you to be sad. I want you to be happy, but I want you to learn and understand the different stages of grief. Probably one of you or sometime in our lives that we have experienced na mangyari sa atin itong 5 stages of grief. Yun po yung pag-uusapan natin ngayong gabi. But anyway, sa mga viewers po natin sa Facebook at sa YouTube, maraming salamat po. So let's start our discussion. I know yung pong iba sa inyo ay naghuhugas pa ng pinggan. Some of you are still doing household chores. So yung iba, they are taking the shower. Or some of you are just eating. It's okay. You can just listen to our discussion. I know some of you are using, mga earphones nila habang naglilinis sila. Hindi man tayo nakikita sa video, but at least napapakinggan po tayo. Maraming salamat po sa inyo. Okay, so let's start our discussion for tonight. Kasi ang discussion natin tonight, sabi ko, it's all about the stages of grief. Okay? Some of you may have experienced this. Please let me know what is the coping mechanism you've encountered, or what the coping mechanism that na ginawa ninyo to handle itong grief na ito. Okay, for tonight, our discussion will focus mainly about the overview or the topic, the background of grief, the different stages of grief or kalungkutan. Ang ibig pong sabihin ng grief ay kalungkutan, sobrang kalungkutan. And the key message or the key points after our discussion, so that after this lecture or after our discussion dito sa ating live episode, you can apply or you could think na ito pala ang pwedeng gawin. Hindi pala pwedeng gawin ito. Okay? But again, remember, iba-iba pong tao, iba rin po ang coping mechanism or iba rin ang pinagdadaanan. So, let me guide you with this discussion for tonight. Okay. Let's just give an overview po mga kababayan na pag sinasabing grief, ang grief po o sobrang kalungkutan, ito po ay pangkalahatan. Okay? It's not only a specific individual who will suffer this condition. Ibig pong sabihin, ikaw, ako, nanonood kayo dito sa ating YouTube ngayon, maaring nakakaranas nito. Wala po itong pinaliligtas. Okay? Kahit po sino, kahit magulang natin or some of our relatives, some of our friends, they may encounter itong sinasabing grief. And we will experience this throughout sa ating lifespan. So mas tumitindi lang po ang kalungkutan pag tayo ay nag-age because of the experiences that na nagagawa or na-experience, 'di ba? And there are different ways para tayo ay maging malungkot. Okay? Like for example, a tragic event, a death of a loved one. Okay? It can give you a certain kalungkutan or pagdadalamhati, sakit, pighati, lahat-lahat yan. A loss of job, nawalan kayo ng trabaho. So it's another burden, it's another form of kalungkutan na maaring pagdaanan natin. Or end of relationship. You part ways ng iyong partner or nagkaroon kayo ng separation ng asawa mo or partner mo or any kind of relationship. Okay, na in the end, nagkahiwalay kayo. And other challenging experiences that may alter your everyday living. So marami po yan. Marami po ang mga pangyayari sa buhay natin na nagkakos ng sobrang lungkot. Maaring sa mga viewers, ano nga kaya? Kasi nga po, ano po ang may share nyo na sa inyo na mga sobrang kalungkutan na pinagdaanan nyo? Nakaramdam na po ba kayo ng sobrang kalungkutan? Or maaring yung iba sa inyo may transient lang. Minsan, 2 days lang, sobrang malungkot. Tapos, after 2 days, makaka-recover na sila. O yung iba, for a year, for 2 years, for 6 years, hindi pa naaalis ang kalungkutan. Remember, sa panahon po ngayon na maulan, makulimlim sa labas, particularly dito sa Hong Kong, sometimes nagkakaroon din po tayo ng sobrang kalungkutan because of the situation around us. Lalo na sa mga kababayan natin hindi makauwi or mga kababayan natin nami-miss ang bansa natin or nami-miss yung mga anak. Sometimes, I feel you, mga kababayan. Okay? So ayan, good evening po sa lahat. O ayan, sabi ng ating viewer, nung nag-disappear in action yung tatay ng anak ko po, yun yung masakit para sa kanya. Yun ang pinagdaanan ng isang viewer natin. Hindi ko na po babanggitin ang mga pangalan ninyo. But again, tapos sobrang lungkot nung namatay ang tatay ko. 3 days akong hindi umiimik at hindi makapagsalita. Okay? So yan po yung pinagdaanan ng ating kababayan na nagme-message sa atin ngayon sa chat box natin. And let's see, ano po yung mga proseso, ano po yung mga stages na pinagdaanan ng ating mga kababayan. But again, with all these things, ito pong mga nangyayari sa atin, sometimes it leads to certain illness, but your illness or yung medical problem or yung mental problem, pag sumobra po kasi yan, hindi natin nagagawa yung mga tamang gawain sa buhay. Sometimes our daily activities are affected po yung pamumuhay natin. So your illness is not your identity. So hindi po ibig sabihin na may pinagdadaanan kayo sa isang bagay, may sobrang kalungkutan kayo, yun na po ang pagkatao nyo. No. Your chemistry is not your character. Remember, some of you may have this problem sa panandaliang panahon lamang, maaring pong yung iba makaalis sa sobrang kalungkutan at makapag-move on. But sometimes, minsan nababalikan natin yung mga pangyayari in the past na nagbibigay ng sobrang lungkot sa atin. For example, yung mga kababayan natin na namatayan ng tatay, yung namatayan ng asawa na hindi makauwi, yung mga anak may problema. So sometimes, bumabalik yon. Lagi natin naiisip. Okay? Lagi natin naiisip and then we need to learn from that experience so that we can move on. Because one way or the other, hindi na po natin may ibabalik. Like for example, a death of a loved ones, hindi na po natin mababalik. But how can we accept? How can we easily forget yung mga bagay na nangyari sa atin in the past? Okay? So sige. tignan natin sa mga kababayan po natin ngayon. Yes, halos death ang mga kino-comment ng ating mga kababayan dito. Sobrang sakit, hindi po ako makauwi, sobrang lungkot nang namatayan po ako ng magulang. Yun po yung mga comment. My husband passed away na hindi ako makauwi because of pandemic. Yes, o halos po ganun ang mga nararamdaman. Remember that grief, okay, ang sobrang kalungkutan po ay personal. Personal na bagay, personal na pangyayari sa buhay natin. Maaring po yung kalungkutan ng isang kababayan natin, okay, definitely iba doon sa kalungkutan na nararanasan ng iba. Maaring they share the same situation, namatayan for example ng loved one, pero yung isa, iba po yung coping mechanism ng isang kababayan natin sa isang kababayan natin. Maaring yung isa, yung kanyang feelings ay umaabot na hanggang 3 months to 6 months ang feelings niya, yung sobrang kalungkutan niya. Maaring yung isa, after a week, tapos na. Okay, naka-move on na siya. Okay? Remember, ang grief po o kalungkutan, hindi po laging ito maayos. Magulo po ito. Okay? Isang pangyayari na your decision making or your outlook in life na-alter po. Paiba-iba. Okay? Hindi po siya isang diretsyong bagay na kailangan natin na, uy, may answer tayo kaagad. Usually po ito ay sobrang gulo, may pangyayari na nabigla ka na hindi mo alam ano ang gagawin, nagiging balisa ka, nagiging disoriented ka sa mga nangyayari. Remember that. Iba-iba po ang pananaw natin sa kalungkutan. And it does not follow a specific schedule or timeline. So wala pong gano'n na meron po siyang tinatakdang oras, tinatakdang dapat ito matapos na next month, dapat itong kalungkutan ko matapos na ganito. Wala pong gano'n. Wala po siyang pina-follow na specific pattern or specific formula para po ay malampasan natin kaagad ang grief or kalungkutan. Okay. Did you know that 70% older adults experience grief at a higher rate than younger adults or children? So ayan mga kababayan, okay? So mga kababayan nating nanonood ngayon, because as we grow older, we are rich in experience. Marami na po tayong napagdadaanan. Kung marami po tayong napagdadaanan, therefore, yung pong experiences natin sa buhay, sobra-sobra. And dahil po sobra-sobra yung mga experience natin sa buhay, therefore, marami pong mga bagay-bagay na pwedeng mangyari along the way and it may lead to grief or sobrang kalungkutan. Dahil nga po, malawak na ang ating experience sa buhay. Kung lumalawak na yan, lumalawak din ang network mo, friends mo, lumalawak ang karanasan mo in terms of your career, in terms of your relationship, and so on. So therefore, mas mataas po ang tsansa na tayo ay magkaroon ng sobrang kalungkutan sa buhay. Okay? And alam niyo po ba, para mas magandang focus natin yan, alam niyo po ba na ito po ay stages, ang picture po na nakikita ninyo sa slide natin ay stages ng grief. Ito po ay nagsisimula sa denial, anger, depression, bargaining, and acceptance. So gawin po natin, isa-isahin po natin sila. Remember, hindi po pina-follow ng kalungkutan ang specific pattern na ito na kailangan dumaan siya sa denial, anger, depression, bargaining, and acceptance. Hindi po. Maaring yung isang kababayan natin kaagad nasa state of depression na. Maaring yung isang kababayan natin nasa state of denial and then jump into bargaining. Hindi po niya kailangan dumaan bawat yugto or bawat episode or bawat stages nung sinasabi nating stages of grief. Maaring mag-jump siya kaagad or maaring tumalon siya from anger to bargaining to acceptance. Or sometimes, some patient walang acceptance. Hindi pa nila na-achieve kahit ilang years na yung part ng acceptance na yon. Okay? And kung makikita po ninyo sa picture natin, sa denial, merong avoidance, confusion, elation, shock, and fear. Di ba po, pag tayo ay nakatanggap ng bad news, like for example, a death of a loved ones, or a broken relationship, yan po yung naano natin takot, may fear, may confused ka, hindi mo alam kung anong gagawin mo, loss of job, for example, or shock. And then some patient may undergo anger, okay? Nagkakaroon ng frustration sa buhay, may anxiety, and some patient would even move further. Pupunta sila sa part ng depression nila. O, ito po yung pinaka-messy na part. And then after depression, they would move to bargaining. Dito naman yung pwede na siyang nagre-reach out na sa iba, kinukwento na niya yung mga problema. What if yung sasabihin niya, sana ganito, sana ganon, di ba? And ito na yung part na pumapasok din na nakikipag-bargain siya if for religious reasons. Di ba? Sana po ganito, gagawin ko na po lahat. Magbabago na po ako kung bibigay niyo lang po na ganito. So doon na pumapasok ang bargaining part. And then, lastly, when you do accept na wala na, tapos na, okay? When you are trying to move on and trying to explore new things. But again, mahirap po yun. Hindi po lahat napupunta doon. It may take time. Okay? Medyo matagal na proseso yan, matagal na panahon bago po tayo makapag-move on. Okay? Okay. Remember this, not everyone will experience all. Ito po yung sinasabi ko kanina, all the 5 stages ng grief. You may go through some of them in order, perhaps, or sometimes kakaligtaan mo yung ibang stages niya. Okay? Okay, let's go stage 1. Maaring mga viewers natin nasa stage 1. Sige nga, mga viewers natin, sino po sa inyo ang nasa stage 1? Denial. Pag po denial ang pinag-uusapan natin, okay, ito yung may balita, but you are trying to process, absorb the news, and begin to process. Okay, a common defense mechanism po yan pag you deny things. Okay? Which will help you numb you to an intensity of the situation. Yan, lagi tayong nagdi-deny because we still don't believe, okay, na ito yung mga nangyayari. Emotions that you've been hiding will begin to rise. Remember, in denial stage, okay, nagbi-build up yan. Lahat po ng nararamdaman ninyo, okay, naiipon hanggang such a time na sasabog na yan. Okay, you'll be confronted with lots of sorrow that you've denied in the past. Okay, this is part of your journey sa sobrang kalungkutan, and it can be difficult. It can be difficult once hindi mo na ayos kaagad, hindi mo na fix kaagad itong stage na ito when you are experiencing itong denial. Example, ayan mga viewers, example, breakup or separation, 'di ba? Or job loss, okay? Job loss, they were mistaken, they'll call you tomorrow to say they need me, okay? Nag-apply ka pero hindi ka pa tinatawagan pero feeling mo ang galing-galing mo pero hinihintay mo na ilang araw na hindi ka pa rin tinatawagan. No, tatawagin nila ako. I've experienced this. I've experienced denial stage na I was thinking that I would be hired in a particular company, okay, because I perform well. Okay? And niready ko na lahat. But ilang days na hindi pa ako tinatawagan, okay? I even buy some new clothes, everything, just to prepare myself doon sa bago kong trabaho. But in reality, I didn't get the job. So I was in denial for almost a week or 2 weeks because I'm still anticipating. I'm still anticipating that I would receive the good news. Okay, that part ako nung company na yon. But in the end, hindi po. So, hindi ako natanggap dun sa work na yon. And then, yun, I keep on denying things. Or death of a loved ones, okay, pwede rin po yan. Okay, or terminal illness diagnosis. Isn't happening to me, the results are wrong. Diba? Pag po sinabihan ka ng doktor na just like a patient na in-interview namin recently that we informed the patient that doctors informed the patient that she had a cancer. She was surprised, shocked, okay? The problem sa kanya, why? The question is why? And then she can't believe it. And then sabi niya, there's something wrong with the result. Can we repeat the result, the test again? So these are the things na nasa denial stage. Maaring yung kababayan po natin, mga viewers nating nanonood, maaring nasa denial stage. There are so many situations that you can apply dito sa ating first stage. Okay? The emotions are building, nag-accumulate yung emotions. Like for example, itong mga kababayan natin na hindi makauwi because of pandemya. Naiipon yung emotions ninyo na hindi kayo makauwi, wala kayong makausap. You keep on denying things that, uuwi ako this December, I plan everything. Lahat-lahat. Okay? Nakaplano na, what if hindi po matuloy ng pag-uwi nyo sa December? Okay? Kasi minsan tayo, hindi natin tinitignan yung the other side. Okay, naka-focus tayo. Nothing wrong, but sometimes the situation doesn't permit us to do more than that, di ba? So, watch out, okay? Lagi natin tatandaan yan. Yung daming viewers natin, maraming pong salamat sa mga nanonood sa ating mga viewers tonight. Stage 2. Sa stage 2, ito, nag-move ka na. From the denial stage, okay? Because the emotions are building, dito hindi mo na matago. Hiding many emotions, many of the emotions and the pain that you carry. But this time, hindi mo na po matago sa sarili. Okay? Ito na yung sasabog ka na, galit ka na, nandyan na. Okay? Marami ka nang sinisisi. Sometimes yung pong mga actions ninyo, nadidirect nyo na sa ibang tao. Okay? Galit na galit ka, tapos yung galit mo, dinidisplace mo sa isang tao because hindi mo na makontrol yung emotions mo. Because sa denial stage, nag-ipon lahat. Pagdating sa anger, ayun na, maaring maharap mo yung boss mo or maaring maharap mo yung friend mo na hindi naman sila yun direktang kinagagalitan mo. Sometimes you just want to displace your emotions, your anger. Like for example, yung inanimate objects. Okay? Pwede mong pagbalingan ng init ng ulo mo, ng galit mo, yung bag mo, yung unan mo, or anything. Okay? Or yung pet mo sa bahay. So, there are so many things. So, in anger, for the unhealthy mind, masks itself in feelings like bitterness, resentment, and rage. Okay? Not everyone will experience this stage. Remember, hindi po lahat after denial pupunta po dito sa anger stage. Some, wala lang, cool lang sila. Hindi nila iniisip. Sabog sila sa emotions, patong-patong, but hindi nila kayang ilabas ang kanilang galit. Kinikim-kim, yun ang word. Kinikim-kim ang galit nila. Yan, nasa stage 2 sila. Okay? Stage 2, between stage 1 and stage 2. So, hindi pa nila kayang ilabas ang kanilang galit. Meron po ba mga viewers na ganyan sa inyo na in denial and then sa anger stage? Meron po ba na currently na galit? Ito sabi niya, Mido, kasi feel ko di naman makakatulong sa akin ang ibang tao. Kaya mas gusto ko ako lang. Kapag may problema ako, akin lang, okay? So, like for example, one of our viewers na nag-comment na ganito, so nasa denial, kinikim-kim niya, galit siya, or yung rage niya nandoon, pero dahil yung ibang tao, wala na nga kinalaman, so tinatago niya, hindi niya nadi-displace din sa ibang tao. Kaya nga, di ba sa Philippines, merong isang restaurant, kung napapansin niyo before, hindi ko alam kung ano, yung sa Tarlac yata yun, yung galit nila, yung naghahagis ng mga plate, binabasag nila yung plate para doon nila i-displace yung galit nila. Yun yung mga nasa stage 2. Okay? Sige. Maraming salamat po sa mga comments ninyo. Sa mga viewers natin, maraming salamat. Nakita ko si Miss Nurse Candy nanonood from California. Maraming salamat po. Mga super chatters at super stickers, thank you so much for joining us tonight and for sharing. Maraming salamat. So ayan, example ng mga nasa stage 2. Like for example, sa breakup and separation, 'di ba? Pag naghiwalay kayo, nagkaroon ng problema sa relationship, laging ito yung mga words na maririnig natin, yung I hate him, I hate her, and he'll regret. Yan, yung may mga pasumpa-sumpa, diyan na pumapasok. Nasa stage 2 sila. Okay? And then sometimes, defense mechanism, pag nawalan ng trabaho, they're terrible bosses. I hope they fail. Di ba? Ganun tayo. Pag tinanggalan ka ng trabaho, na-terminate ka, tapos sabihin mo, ay, ang employer ko, sana maghirap din sila. Sana ganyan din sila. So, dito na pumapasok. Kasi, try to understand, kung may mga kaibigan kayo, okay, because I have some friends, minsan, ganun ang sasabihin nila. They burst their emotions, yung rage nila, sa kanilang mga bosses, mga previous employers. Sana gumanon sila, sana mga ganyan na sila. Puro curse at puro mga bad words ang sinasabi sa kanilang mga past employers. But again, try to understand. Okay? Nawalan sila ng trabaho, okay? And dahil sa nawalan sila ng trabaho, wala na sila sa denial stage, so dahil sabog na yung kanilang emotions, nandun nila sa stage 2, nandito na sila sa anger stage. Okay? Kaya kung ano-ano mga sinasabi nila. Or, for loved ones naman, like for example, death of a loved ones. Di ba lagi natin, ay, sa mga balita na nakikita ninyo, di ba lagi tayong nagko-comment din, sana nagpatingin siya agad. If she cared for herself more, this wouldn't have happened. Di ba? May mga ganun tayo. Kung nagpatingin po, sana kayo kaagad. Noon pa kasi sinasabihan ko na kayo, magpatingin kayo. Ngayon, medyo too late na. Di ba? Minsan ganun tayo eh. We comment on certain things because nandyan tayo sa stage na yan. Okay? And for example, sa mga terminal illness na na-diagnose natin na may malalang problema, lagi tayo nagtatanong na quote and quote, 'di ba? Where is God in this? O, 'di ba? Tapos lagi nating sinisisi ang mga pangyayari sa Diyos. Okay? Lagi tayong nagbi-blame sa others. So nandiyan po kayo sa anger stage. Meron po ba kaya dito? Ayan, relate daw sa topic yung mga viewers natin, si Miss Aquino. Relate sa topic si Miss Aquino. Maraming salamat, Miss Aquino. I hope na naka-move on na kayo dito sa stage na anger stage. Kung po may problema kayo at kinikimkim nyo po yung problema ninyo, you could say it to a close friend. Pero yung close friend, nakinig lang kasi po minsan nag-i-insinuate pa o kaya manggagatong pa, lalo pong magagalit. Just pakinggan lang kung anong naging problema. Or sometimes, if you can, then you could visit your psychologist or psychiatrist so that po matulungan din po kayo. Okay? Stage 3. Ayan, stage 3 na tayo. Sa stage 3 po, ito na yung tinatawag na bargaining. So, may bargaining power na tayo. In this case, marami po tayo, ito yung mga nagtatanong, what if only statements. Okay? Ito na po yung mga nagpa-promise, yung sinasabi ko kanina. 'Di ba? Bigyan nyo lang po ako ng trabaho ngayon after mo ma-terminate. Gagalingan ko na po. Magsisipag na po ako. So yan ang ginagawa natin, 'di ba? Or pagalingin nyo lang po ang magulang ko, yung anak ko sa sakit na COVID. For sure, gagawin ko na po, magpapakabait na po ako. Okay? Or, another case, hindi na po ako iinom ng alcohol. Magsisikap na po ako, alisin nyo lang po ang sakit sa katawan ko. Okay? Or, ito common ito, pababain nyo lang po ang aking cholesterol at saka glucose. At saka yung aking blood pressure, hiningi na lahat. Okay? Magiging mabuting tao na po ako, kakain na po ako ng tama. Gagawin ko na po lahat, mag-exercise na po ako, hindi na po ako kakain tuwing gabi na super late. Okay? Hindi na po ako kakain ng steak, hindi na po ako kakain ng mamantikang pagkain. Lahat, sinabi ko, nangako ka na nangako. But in the end, you are bargaining. Kasi right now, currently, you have the problem and then you are trying to bargain. Okay? So, try to make deal or promises, sabi. Diba? in any religious kung meron kang pinaniniwalaan, di ba? Bargaining is a line of defense against the emotions of grief. Okay? O ayan, may natawa dito, may natawa sa mga viewers natin. Sabi ni Nurse Candy, relate ako na wag wish sa akin that will never be successful. While on live stream, he is mad at me for no reason. May vlogger daw na ganon. Okay? Si Nurse Candy. Si Perry Carlos, salamat po palagi sa mga advice nyo. Miss Perry, maraming salamat po. Okay? Sabi naman ni Dan Saran, I'm so sad. Why are you sad? There's reason to be happy, Miss Dan. Yung mga sadness na yan, mga ano yan, part ng buhay yan, but you need to find some happiness, some joy in your life, di ba? Hindi po dapat laging malungkot tayo. Kahit po medyo depressing ang topic na pinag-uusapan natin, these are just guide. Ang hirap po pag nandyan tayo sa situation na yan. But if you have a supportive network, if you have good friends that would guide you, that would give you advice, good or bad. Sometimes, remember this, sometimes you don't want to hear bad things from your good friends. Yung sasabihin nila right in front of your face kung ano ang problema, good or bad, particularly bad things. Because remember, these are your good friends. They would tell you anything under the sun because they care for you. If you just want to listen the good things coming from your friends, hindi nila sinasabi yung bad things about you because you cannot tell na ikaw ay ganito, mabait ka ganito. Sometimes, yung people surrounding you, like your close friends, they could tell you kung ano ang hindi maganda sa'yo. Okay? And try to understand bakit nila sinasabi yun sa'yo. Okay? In a constructive way. Because they care for you, they love you, and they consider you as a good friend. Compare naman kung sugar-coated lahat lagi yan na sasabihin niya, uy, maganda ka, ganito ka, puro papuri ang sinasabi nyo. This may not be your good friends. Okay? Filtered lahat ang sinasabi. True friends, sometimes they would tell you anything. Masakit man yan, maganda man yan, because you need to listen. Because sila ang mas nakakaalam kasi sila ang laging nasa paligid mo, kaharap mo, kasama mo. Okay? And then, sige. Examples of bargaining. Yan mga examples of bargaining again for separation. Okay? Di ba? If only I had spent more time with her, she would have stayed. Okay? Kasi medyo late na. Di ba? Minsan nasa huli ang pagsisisi. Di ba? Or, if only I called her that night, she wouldn't be gone. Right? Kaya nga yung po mga kababayan natin dito, di ba? Kung po may mga loved ones kayo dyan, or may kaalitan po kayo, or sometimes you need to talk, you need to discuss, okay? Or sometimes yung iba naman kasi, kaibigan, hindi nakikinig. Okay? Sinasabihan mo na hindi naman nakikinig, paulit-ulit. So, it would be useless sometimes. Pero huwag kayong susuko. Kasi kung kaibigan nyo yan, kaya yan. Di ba? Pag-usapan, or kung mahal nyo sa buhay yan, mga partners nyo in life, or mga husband, wives nyo masusolusyonan ng mga bagay na yan. And then another one is terminal illness. If only we had gone to the doctor sooner, we could have stopped this. So, ayan. Ito yung nakikita ko lagi sa mga pasyente natin, that there are times that they would go to the doctor so late meaning may nakakapana sila sa sarili or may nararamdaman na sila, but again, they don't want to visit their physician, their doctor, because they are thinking that, this is nothing, this is an ordinary fever, this is an ordinary sakit lang ng katawan, etc. The most important thing is, lagi natin sinasabi na early prevention is better than cure. Instead of waiting, and then, maaring papasok kayo dito sa bargaining. Di ba? Pag na-diagnose kayo na medyo terminal yan, o medyo pangit na yung condition nyo, you would always think that itong statement natin sa last. Di ba? If only we had gone to the doctor sooner, we could have stopped this. Di ba? But sometimes, it's too late. Okay? Kaya nga, mga kababayan, kung may nararamdaman kayo, kung sakit ang pag-uusapan natin, please try to go to your physician as soon as you are free or as soon as you are available. Okay, this one. After the the yung discussion natin about bargaining, the susunod is stage 4. Stage 4, this would be the most difficult part because ito na yung magulo, ito na yung messy because you are overwhelmed with so much emotions, so much anger, lahat ng nararamdaman mo, lahat ng puot sa dibdib mo, lahat ng hinagpis mo, lahat ng mga problema, parang sinakluban ka na lahat ng problema. This is it. This is the period of depression or stage 4. Okay? First, this one, you are very burdened. You are confused, parang lahat wala na. Ito na yung susuko ka na. Ito na yung magkukulong ka. Ito na yung you isolate yourself with other people. You don't want to see your friends. You don't want to see your family. You don't want to talk to someone because gusto mong papag-isa ka. Remember that isolation fuels depression. Ito na yung nagsasarili ka, tahimik ka, nagkukulong, ayaw mo nang lumabas, ayaw mo nang magpakita, hindi ka na nag-aayos sa sarili mo, hindi ka na nagsusukla, hindi ka na naliligo, lahat-lahat. Okay? This is the time na medyo depressed mode na ang patient natin. Okay? Sabi dito sa unhealthy mind, this is the landing point of any loss in life. Sometimes nasa stuck tayo dito. May mga kababayan tayo nasa stuck dito. Ibig sabihin, hindi na nakaka-recover sa depression. Sometimes they would lead to mental illness. Okay? They would lead to mental problems. Sometimes they would commit, alam nyo na, suicide, or sometimes they want to end their lives. Pero hindi po dapat ganon. Because this is the time for you, dapat doon sa bargaining, after bargaining, itong depression, sana walang pumapasok dito because kailangan natin masolusyonan po yung mga problema na pinagdaanan natin. Like for example, sobrang lungkot. There are so many ways to be happy, to be back doon sa normal situation natin. Okay maging malungkot, few days, few weeks, but kung ito ay 3 months o 6 months na naman nalulungkot kayo, there's something wrong. You need help. You need psychological help or a therapist or a psychiatrist to help you. Okay? And sometimes, if you are surrounded with your good friends, diba? Doon na tayo makakapag-start na makapag-recover. I've seen so many patients, I've seen so many friends who have done or napunta dito sa part na to, doon sa stage 4, depression. But I'm so happy because some of our friends na nandito sa chat box natin, they were depressed because of a certain illness, about relationship, about love, about a loss ng kanilang trabaho. But slowly, they are moving forward para po doon sa kanilang new version ng kanilang sarili. Which is good. Which is good. And take note, iba-iba rin po. Sabi nga kanina sa opening natin, grief is universal. Anyone can be affected with grief. And then, in terms of the coping mechanism, it depends on how you can cope with the problems easily. Some of you may not be able to cope right away, but some mabilis po ang recovery because if you are surrounded with a good family, okay, that you can share, that you can talk about your issues or problems, good friends na nakapaligid din sa'yo, that would uplift you, that would carry you to certain things na makakalimutan ng problema na yan. Okay? Or tutulong sa iyo. Okay? Yung po mga kaibigan, yan, huwag natin pilit-pilitin. Kasi like for example, death of a loved ones, kung ayaw po niya mag-open, okay, pabayaan po muna natin. And for sure, konti-konti po yan, mag-open at mag-open po kung ano man po ang nagiging problema ng ating kaibigan, magulang, or kung tayo po ay mismong namumroblema din. Okay? Sabi dito, may comment na naman. Sabi, ito po yung time dati na nagigising ako ng madaling araw tapos umiiyak. Even think na mag-suicide. But thank God, hinila ako ng magpakatatag para sa baby ko sa tummy that time. Yeah, because there are so many reasons to enjoy life. There are so many reasons to be happy. Hindi po natatapos ang isang problema sa isang another problema. Hindi po tayo binigyan ng problema na hindi natin kaya. Lahat po ng problema may solusyon. Okay? Kailangan lang po tayong mag-focus. Okay? Mag-focus doon sa problema, kung ano mang problema pinagdadaanan natin. And kailangan po tayo makapag-move on. Because there are times doon sa lowest point natin, doon po natin makikilala ang mga tunay nating kaibigan, ang kung may faith man po tayo, makikilala natin ang God natin, or sometimes makikilala din natin ang sarili natin. Because right now, there's so many things happening sa paligid po natin. Iba-iba po tayo, iba't iba rin po ang intensity ng problema ang pinagdadaanan natin. But we need to be happy. We need to bounce back. Okay? And you need to have good friends that will help you. If the good friends na nandiyan ay hindi good para sa'yo, for sure, meron pong darating at darating po diyan na will uplift you. Mali nyo, itong ating discussion na ito ay makapagbago sa inyo, di ba? Makapagbago dahil sa mga naiisip nyo, mga kalungkutan dyan. That's why I'm sharing these different stages ng grief na iyan para po maging guide po sa inyo at malampasan po natin lahat ang mga nararamdaman natin sa buhay natin. Okay? And then, mga examples natin for depression. Okay? Yeah, why go on at all? Yan, yung mga sobrang depressed sa buhay. I don't know how to go forward from here. Okay? I myself, when I lost my job, okay, kasi feeling ko makakakuha po ako kaagad ng trabaho. But in reality, I didn't. Okay? Despite of all the credentials, etc. So, I got depressed that in some ways na bakit hindi ako nakakakuha ng trabaho? What's wrong with me? But I'd never stop doon sa part na yon. Okay? I need to think, I need to focus, and I need to bounce back. Okay? So dapat ganun po ang mentalidad natin. Hindi po tayo kailangan susuko kaagad because wala pong problema na hindi po natin masusolusyonan. Lahat yan may solusyon. Okay? And then the other one, dun sa terminal illness natin, my whole life comes to this terrible end. Recently, I have a good friend. How difficult para po sa inyo that one day, late April, I got a call from a good friend, and my good friend is suffering from this, stage 4. He called me and told me, I think you know this story dun sa mga naging patient natin. A friend of mine called me and then he told me, Mike, probably this would be our last conversation. That was in April of this year. He told me that, Mike, I'm diagnosed to have terminal cancer. The cancer has spread all over my body and I only have days to weeks, not even probably months, to live. I will die before my mother. And then hindi po ako makapagsalita because kausap ko pa lang siya a month ago, that was March, then April tumawag siya sa akin, nag-usap po kami sa phone, and then I don't know what to say. Nabigla po ako, nandun ako sa moment of denial stage. Okay, just imagine, I myself, I've experienced this roller coaster of emotions. Okay, and hindi po ako makapagsalita sa kanya, what would I say? Okay? Because that person is depressed. I was just listening to him, to his conversation. Okay? And then after that, ni single word, sabi ko sa kanya, ang susunod kong na-apply sa kanya is, are you sure? Okay? So just imagine trying to apply the different stages sa kanya. But I am trying to listen lang dun sa conversation niya. And then, you know what? After that conversation, a few days after or a few weeks after, I just received a text message again from her sister, and the sister told us in the group that he passed away 2 Sundays ago. And then, you know what? That was the last conversation I had. And one of my friend told me, why not call him 2 weeks ago, nung inuwi na po siya sa bahay. But I don't know where to start. I just want to remember him, the funny person na kasama namin sa work, kasama namin sa trabaho, pag nagla-lunch, nagdi-dinner. So gustong ganun ko siya ma-remember. And I know na kayo rin po mga nanonood sa atin ngayon, na-experience nyo rin po na there are some people that will call you out of nowhere just telling something, just give just listen. Bigay niyo po yung time niyo to listen, because for that person, you'll never know. Like for example, yung mga kababayan natin minsan nagte-text po sa atin, nagme-message sa atin. Sometimes find some time to reply kahit medyo late yan. At least sabi nga sa amin sa school, at least kung may nag-email, nag-message, at least within 24 hours you need to reply instead of ignoring some messages. Okay? Kaso minsan hindi mo nakikita sa thread yung messages, di ba? May mga ganun sa social media. But again, try to be open doon sa mga taong gustong i-share ang problema sa inyo or gustong marinig lang. Sometimes you don't need to give a specific advice. You don't need to. Okay? Just listen, because minsan kailangan po ng mga taong under stage 4 depression someone to listen doon sa kanilang story. Okay? Sabi ng isang viewer natin, since last night, I'm not good. Feeling sad ang emotions. But now, I'm okay. Yun po yung sinasabi ko sa inyo. Okay? Isipin niyo po ano mga bagay na nakapagsasaya sa inyo. Okay? Nagbibigay ng saya sa inyo. I know it would be difficult kung nandyan po tayo sa situation na yan, but think of it. Maaring isipin niyo po nung nagsilang kayo ng bata, maaring nung kinasal kayo, maaring nung moments ninyong may nanligaw sa inyo, or yung first time nyo dito sa Hong Kong, or with your family, dinner, or with your friends. Think about this. Kung may mga small issues yan, you can fix these things. Ano po ang dapat ipayo namin sa cousin ko na parang natulala after his wife died a week ago? Ayaw niya magsalita at nasa hospital ngayon. Bumaba po ang potassium niya. Okay? Because nasa state of denial dahil baka hindi pa po tanggap ang nangyari sa kanya. But again, you just need to be with her, comfort her, just make the best sa situation na nandoon. Siyempre po, pandemya, tapos wala pa siyang makasama maaari sa hospital. Kung nasa hospital po siya, okay, kailangan niyo po ng comfort, makausap, memories that would remember yung masasayang mga bagay. Okay? Kung nagiging tuloy-tuloy po yan, you need to seek a psychiatrist or psychologist to help on the other side. Sometimes you need to have a cognitive behavioral therapy. May mga therapy pong ginagawa. Okay? Yes, sometimes I feel sad, but mas pipiliin kong maging masaya and praying for the matter na nagpapasad sa akin. Yes, sometimes you need to pray. Sabi nga, prayer moves mountain, di ba? Saan na ba ako? Okay, next one. Next one, stage 5 na tayo. Ayan, finally, stage 5. Stage 5, remember, it is not necessarily a happy and uplifting stage of grief. Okay? Ang acceptance po, hindi kailangan magsisigaw ka, magtatalon ka sa sobrang saya kasi naka-move on ka na. No, it doesn't mean na ganon. Okay? Or natapos mo na isang problema. Hindi po ganon. Okay? It means na nakaka-move on ka na gradually and slowly. That you have accepted and have come to understand, okay, kung ano ang true meaning ng life ngayon. So, ganun po yung acceptance. Okay? Na dito na, nagtatapos na dito, I am moving to another chapter of my life. Bago na. May bagong chapter, may bagong yugto na sa buhay natin. So, yun po yung sinasabi sa acceptance. You may feel very different in this stage. Maaring iba ang pakiramdam that you never expected. Okay? Maari kung separation yan, makatagpo ka na ng the love of your life that would live happily ever after, sabi, di ba? Okay? Or, naka-move on ka, nagsara ka ng bagong chapter, but there's something new that we don't expect. Something that would make you happy again, that would inspire you, that would make you smile. Okay? Maaring bagong trabaho, maaring bagong career, bagong love life, bagong anything na bago na hindi mo ma-experience, hindi mo ma-explain. Okay? And again, in my case, I never expected that there would, because sabi ko nga, ang buhay ay roller coaster ride. Sometimes you'll never know na kung anong mangyayari. Sometimes, hindi maganda ang nangyayari. Sometimes, it gives you different, di ba? I've lost a job. I applied. I was hired. But that job is not for me. But I tried. I've learned. Okay? I was depressed because I didn't have job for how many months? But I need to focus. What I want in life. Ano bang gusto ko sa buhay? Sometimes yung gusto natin, hindi yun ang nangyayari. God has planned for us. Meron mga plano sa buhay natin na tayo mismo minsan hindi natin alam. Napupunta tayo sa situation na gano'n. Okay? I myself, I've never expected that I'll be here in Hong Kong, spending my 11 years in Hong Kong. Supposed to be I'm back in the Philippines, or supposed to be I'm in other countries working. I applied and I was accepted in other countries, but here I am. I stayed in Hong Kong. Probably this is my calling. This is my mission. To be speaking in front of you. Siguro ganun ang naging ano ko. I never planned this. I never prayed for this. God probably put me in this spot to talk to you every night. So ganun po siguro ang nangyari. Which I am part of your evening kahit papaano. At maaring nakaka-inspire ako sa mga viewers ngayon na nanonood sa atin experiencing grief or depression or any anxiety or any other medical problems. Okay? I mean, nag-comment po dito, proud former student nursing of yours here, sir. Batch 2013. Ayun, napaghalata yung age natin. Thank you, Nitram De. Hindi ko alam. Is this Martin? Martin. Who's Martin? Hindi ko po alam kung sinong Martin na nag-message sa atin dito. But anyway, thank you, Martin, for the comment. Okay? So, ayan. So, balik natin ulit ang ating slide. Okay. So, sana po sa mga viewers nating nanonood ngayon, nasa stage of acceptance na kayo. Para moving on. Para masaya ang life, di ba? So tonight, what are the key points natin? Key points, these are the things that we should remember sa grief. Ang grief po, universal. Lahat po tayo makaka-experience ng sobrang lungkot. Sobrang lungkot, but again, short time lang yan dapat. Hindi po pangmatagalan yan. Okay? Sabi nito, nakakayak naman ang topic nyo, Doc. Hi, sobrang sad ng life. Yes, sobrang sad ng life, but tao tayo, nasasaktan, because there are some pain, may mga dagok sa buhay natin. But what is important is this pain na na-experience natin or sad part ng buhay natin, there are still lessons na kailangan matuto tayo dyan. May mga lessons yan, bakit natin naranasan yan. But again, the most important is how we move on. Ano yung next chapter ng buhay natin? Yun ang importante doon because hindi pa tapos ang buhay. Because we still have life to go on. 'Di ba? May mga mahal pa rin tayo sa buhay na nandiyan sa paligid natin. Okay? Na nangangailangan sa atin that kahit papaano may family pa rin kayo, may mga friends pa rin kayo. Okay? Isipin lang po natin na right now may trabaho tayo, hindi man po ganun kaganda yung iba, ang trabaho, ang importante may trabaho. Learn to appreciate, learn to love kung ano man po ang trabaho natin ngayon. Okay? Huwag po natin kalimutan mag-pray din. Baka nakakalimot po tayo mag-pray once in a while, di ba? Okay, key points. That grief is universal. Lahat po tayo makaka-experience ng sobrang kalungkutan sa buhay natin. Maaring listening to this topic, sobrang lungkot kayo, but at the end of the day, ang importante po dito, that we learn new things. That these are the different stages ng grief. Maaring from denial, diretso ka agad ng acceptance, denial to bargaining, denial to depression. So, depende po sa stages. Because, sabi dito, grief is realizing that no one experiences are the same. Magkakaiba-iba po tayo ng experiences. Sometimes, I learn from your experiences, you learn from my experiences. Di ba? May mga ganun. And sometimes, it's very personal. Yung po mga pinagdadaanan natin. So, that's why sometimes we don't share. Yun ang problema sa atin. We don't share. At hindi natin masisi yung mga tao doon because yun ang coping nila. They don't want to share. Ayaw nilang malaman ng iba ang pinagdadaanan nila. Kaya minsan nandun sila sa anger stage or dun sa denial stage, papasok sila sa anger stage, sumasabog ang kalooban nila dahil kinikim-kim nila ng sobra yung mga pinagdadaanan nila. Okay? And you may need several weeks or years before po mawala, before po makamove on. So depende po sa inyo kung kayo ay mabilis makapag-recover o hindi. And if the things na na-experience ninyo, yung mga viewers natin ngayon, na nakaka-experience ng mga bagay na ito, so sobrang kalungkutan. Kung hindi na po kaya, or sometimes kahit bago-bago pala yan, if you want a psychological help, mental health professionals, please visit your therapist, visit your psychiatrist. Hindi po masama mag-visit ng psychiatrist or sabihin nyo sa mga nabab. No, they will guide you and sometimes a support group. So, ayan, para at least makapag-cope up. Because hindi lang po kayo ang nag-iisang nakaka-experience ng sobrang kalungkutan. Maaring yung pong kapitbahay ninyo o maaring yung isa sa mga nanonood natin ngayon, nakakaranas din po ng sobrang kalungkutan. Di ba? Hindi lang po kayo nag-iisa dyan. But the most important is, paano po tayo makakatawid dyan? Paano natin malalampasan lahat yan? Kagaya ni Miss Arlene, sabi, yes po, Doc. Panalangin po ang sandata natin para malampasan ang kalungkutan sa ating buhay. God never forsake us. Correct. But again, hindi lang po puro tayo asa ng asa, pray na tayo ng pray without doing something. Di ba? We need to work hard then. We need to do something para po matulungan din natin ang sarili natin or matulungan nyo yung friend niyo na may nangangailangan din. Okay? So these are the things that we need to do in life because the moment na mapunta tayo sa acceptance phase or stage, sometimes you'll never know, di ba? Kung ano po ang susunod na hakbang. Yung pong mga iba kasi, may question ako nakita kanina, yung iba na laging in deep sorrow, yung laging nasa stage ng kalungkutan. Paulit-ulit na lang, daming problema, trahedyang nangyayari sa buhay nila. But again, hindi po natatapos dyan. Kasi hindi po tayo binigyan ng problema na hindi natin makakayanan. Nawalan ng trabaho, namatayan, nawalan ng relationships, halos sabay-sabay. Particularly nowadays because of pandemia. Diba? Ang dami pong nangyayari. So kailangan maging matatag tayo, keep praying, do something good for ourselves. Okay. And then, I want to share this one. Okay, this beautiful quote from Vicky Harrison. Sabi niya, grief is like the ocean. It comes on waves. Okay, di ba? Maagos, maalon ang buhay natin. Ebbing and flowing. Okay? Sometimes the water is calm. Tama naman. Okay? Minsan ang buhay tahimik na tahimik. And sometimes it is overwhelming. So sobrang daming ginagawa, sobrang problema, patong-patong na kamalasan sa buhay. You know what? The most important then is can we do to learn to swim? Dapat matuto tayong lumangoy sa agos ng buhay. Dapat matuto tayong harapin ang mga problema natin sa buhay. Languyan lang natin ang mga problema sa buhay dahil lahat ng yan malalampasan natin with guidance ng mga friends natin, psychologists, or with God. Okay? Just pray, do something, because lahat po ng problema malalampasan natin yan. Okay? At one more thing, kung tayo may problema kinakaharap ngayon, okay? There are so many things na nangyari sa buhay natin masasaya. Isipin niyo po yung mga masasayang bagay na nangyari sa buhay ninyo. Because mas marami pong masasayang bagay ang nangyari sa buhay natin compared doon sa mga trahedya na nangyari sa buhay natin. And we need to face the new tomorrow with a new best version ng sarili natin. Because marami pa pong pwedeng mangyari. Okay, life is beautiful. Life is wonderful. There are so many things that we could do. Okay? Yung mga friends natin ngayon nanonood, I hope that this lesson na diniscuss natin maging motivation, maging inspiring po sa inyo that we need to face the next chapter ng buhay natin with a full smile. Okay? So with that, maraming salamat po. I hope that you learned so many things sa ating discussion tonight na stages of grief. Kahit po malungkot ang discussion natin, I hope naging masaya pa rin kayo on how to deal with certain problems sa buhay natin. Okay? Lahat po ng problema may solusyon. And sabi nga ni Miss Flory, think positive and trust everything unto God. Tama. Diba? Always have a positive outlook in life. Focus on the things that you would want to do. Okay? Don't focus so much on your teleserye and so much on the chismis because sometimes masyado problema yon, nadadrag ang emotions natin doon. Lalo na enrich yourself, your mind with mga magagandang nangyayari sa buhay natin. Instead of dwelling so much on problems. Marami na pong problema ang paligid natin. Pandemya, politika, kung ano ang mga problema. Don't dwell so much on that. Dwell something on yourself. Enrich something, your mind, your spirit, lahat-lahat. Kasi mas maganda po yun. At least, we learn new things. Hindi lang po tayo complain ng complain, asa ng asa, tapos bigla tayo malulungkot kung hindi mangyari. Something that we could do for ourselves and for our loved ones, family. That's the most important, di ba? And always don't forget to pray lagi yun. Okay? So with that po, mga viewers, maraming salamat po sa inyo. Okay? So kaya po hindi ako nag-live kagabi. Ito po ang dahilan. Okay? Para po sa inyo itong episode na ito. If you like this episode, please do share, like sa mga kababayan natin na medyo nasa state of depression or stage ng sobrang kalungkutan. I think this episode, i-share nyo po sa kanila at makatulong tayo. Just imagine yung pong nanonood sa atin ngayon, kung may kaibigan kayo nalulungkot, maging support system kayo nila. Sabihin nyo itong topic na ito para at least maging masaya naman sila sa buhay nila. Okay? And then abangan nyo po on Friday, meron po akong guest na psychologist. O yan, dito naman sa Hong Kong yon. Mga services ng ano nila. Yun ang discussion natin. Malay nyo, pero ayoko naman sana na mapunta kayo sa mga psychiatrist na sobrang down ng problem. Pero if in case meron po kayo mga problema talaga na gustong isangguni sa mga eksperto, nothing wrong, you could go. So abangan nyo Friday episode natin. And then, may mga episode tayo about healthy living, healthy eating. Abangan nyo para maging masaya naman tayo after very depressing episode na ito. Okay? So again, sa mga viewers po natin on Facebook, mga health supporters natin, mga viewers natin, maraming salamat po. Hindi ko kayo maisa-isa. Please, become our health supporter sa ating Facebook page, Health Talk by Doc Mike. And also, you could also subscribe dito sa ating YouTube channel. Hanapin nyo na lang po yung pangalan ko, Dr. Mike Manio. And then, dun sa mga hindi pa subscriber, please do subscribe. And also, dun sa ating Facebook, hindi pa nagpa-follow sa atin. Para po sa mga episode natin, ma-notify kayo if you click that button, yung bell button na yan. And again, if you fail to watch mga previous episode natin, please watch them. Okay? So you can follow us on following. Okay? Facebook natin, Health Talk by Doc Mike. Sa YouTube natin, Dr. Mike Manio. And yung po mga nagtatanong sa clinic, you can call our secretary, si Tita Kimi, 931-93091. Okay? If may mga questions kayo about health. Okay? So you can call our secretary sa clinic natin. But anyway, mga viewers, mga super chatters, viewers lahat po, maraming salamat po. Kita po tayo muli this coming Friday para sa ating live episode. So be healthy, be nice, don't be sad, be happy because life is beautiful. Enjoy life. Have a great night, everyone. Bye.